YTBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You know, Coach getting ready to go on in and had a little bit of breakfast. And y'all know how Coach do it. Y'all know how I get down with breakfast, okay? Got me a smoothie. And I bought it, but still, I done told some of you dudes, and I keep telling y'all that you guys, y'all just eating too much. I know some of you running around here, you know, you about to go get you a slab of bacon with all the grease dripping off of it. I know some of you about to go and get that bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit from Bojangles, Hardee's, or McDonald's. You know, you're probably going to get you a bacon and egg cheese biscuit. Is that what you like? Is that what you like? Or you're probably going to get you a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. That one of those biscuits is exactly 900 calories. Just to eat one of those things, 900 calories in one setting. And then you're going to get your hash browns drenched in grease, and that's another 700 calories. And then you might wash that all down with a nice tea. But old Coach Shelton Harrison is going to have this. This is only 250 calories. And let me take a sip of this. Delicious. I want to talk about Erislandy Lara today. I want to talk about him. You know, I watched, just looking at some old video of him in his last fight against Jan Zavic. And I watched that fight, and I'm like, Lara really looked good in this fight. But then, I started watching after the fight. You know what I noticed? Let me take another sip of this. And that's good. People were booing him. And you know what? He was kind of pissed off by it. And I can't blame him. See, let me tell you something. This guy probably gets it more than, I'm going to say Rigodeaux get it more than anybody. That terminology being a runner. Okay? He went in and fought a very competitive fight with Canelo. Everybody said he ran. He went in and, he fought a very good fight. I mean, Trout, he laid hands on Trout. But people still kind of booing the guy. He went in there, Angulo did catch him and knocked him down. But he pretty much dominated Angulo. And I thought that was an exciting fight. But for the first time I looked in Erislandy Lara's face. I looked in his face, man, when he realized that, he won the fight and he heard people booing him. He had a look of disgust on his face. Because, in that Jan Zavic fight, he stood right there. And he purposely did that. He wasn't on the move in that fight. Was not on the move. And Lara, in that fight, man, did you guys see, really how much improved this guy's jab was? I never saw him, really, really use his jab as much because he always uses foot movement. And then Lara had a bit of an inside game. Now, I was blown away because I'm like, wait a minute. This dude really not comfortable fighting on the inside, and he fought on the inside against Jan Zavic. Now, okay, I get it. It's Jan Zavic, okay? It's Jan Zavic. It's not like the toughest opponents that he could have faced, but I'm going to be honest, Lara been calling him out. But really and truly, a lot of people don't want to deal with Lara because they know that Lara can mess up and steal rounds. But Lara was pissed off, and he had that look on his face like, what the hell else do I have to do to show you people that I'm a good fighter? And he just he had that look on his face of disgust. And I have to wonder, because when Lara started calling out Triple G, immediately, he became like this Cuban villain. When he called out Triple G, everybody was like, Lara not serious, or, Lara hadn't fought anybody. And, that's the funniest thing I ever heard. Lara hadn't fought anybody. Really? So Lara didn't fight Canelo. That's somebody. I mean, if Canelo Alvarez ain't somebody in the sport of boxing, I just don't know who is. And he fought Austin Trout. Those are two good names on the resume. You can kind of say Angulo. Before the time he was really starting to degrade, he was still like a pretty formidable fighter. Because I thought that the best form of Angulo fought Lara because he caught Lara. He was catching Lara with some good shots. And he dropped Lara. So, I mean, I don't know. You can say those names are on the resume. What do you mean Lara hadn't fought anybody? And then, has anybody ever thought about Lara's amateur pedigree? Man, them dudes fighting fights. Man, they fighting 10 and 5 and 3 and 5 fights a week, man, back in the amateurs. That's all he did was fight. I mean, Lara was a beast, man, as an amateur boxer. He was a beast. And for people to say, oh, he ain't really fought nobody. That's why, Triple G don't want to fight him. Man, come on, stop it. Stop. Let's really break down, okay? What does Triple G have to lose if he fought Lara? I'm going to tell you right now. And this ain't a Triple G diss video. Let me get more. Let me get a little sip of this right here. Man, that's good. But this ain't a Triple G diss video. Listen, man. If you think about it, Triple G got everything to lose if he fought Lara and Lara beat him. Got everything. Because, his fan base, we know now that his fan base is not that big. We can say that he got all these, ads and he can sell out arenas, but, 97,000 people, man. That's not a lot when you look at, like, numbers, okay? It's really not a lot. Now, to a casual fan, that's a lot of people. But, Lara has a lot to lose. Triple G has a lot to lose if he were to fight Lara. Lara, in my opinion, is probably the third, I'll say the third best fighter and not best, but meaning that how he's treated. Lara is treated horrendously. He's treated horrendously, man. In the news media, very horrendous. You go to websites like Boxing 24 News, which is, to me, is a complete BS website, okay? We know this. We can't get around this, okay? They always talking about guys like Lara, Mayweather, Canelo. They talk about these guys. And Rigodeaux, you would think Rigodeaux is a stepson because, man, the way they talk about Rigodeaux, man, it's not even funny how they talk about Rigodeaux. But Lara had that look after the Jan Zabit fight like, man, I'm sick and tired of you fans. And you're getting booed, man. The guy had really and truly stood in there. He beat a guy. He was supposed to beat him, okay? He beat Jan Zabit the way you supposed to beat him. He beat the hell out of him. Stood in the pocket with him, and he still get booed. Oh, well, that's because he hadn't fought anybody. Well, it's a lot of people in the sport of boxing that don't fight nobody. This is boxing. We're in the generation now where people not fighting who we supposed to fight. That's just how that is. That's how it is. A lot of us coming on here, man, we can't see the fights we want to see. I'm sick about it. People, that's just how it is. So, miss me with Lara ain't really fought nobody. A lot of fighters ain't fighting nobody. And then you got to think, it's the way Mayweather felt. Mayweather said, look, I just beat the guy of the century. And then, to have people booing him. He beat him convincingly. We can rewind the video. We can, we can edit the video. You can slob on the video, piss on the video. Whatever you want to do to the video. That's okay, that's on you. But Floyd Mayweather won that fight. And then to get up and start booing. And this is a guy that people said that he couldn't beat, that he was running from all these years, and he beat the guy. Beat him. Lara had that same look of disgust, like, man, the hell with these fans. And I'm going to tell you, man, Floyd pieced out. He said, it don't matter who I fight. Because if I fight anybody that you say that can beat me, I beat him, he'll never get the credit. Lara will never get credit. Rigodeaux, I don't care what he do, he ain't getting no credit. Rigodeaux can forget it, hang it up. And Rigodeaux probably will not get, he probably won't even get another big fight again. Rigodeaux done. As good as Rigodeaux is, Rigodeaux and Lara, they bad for boxing. And they bad on the financial end of boxing. Not as a boxing fan like you and I, we want to see. They bad for the financial end of boxing, and that's just how it is. See, when these guys win, really the people making the money, they lose. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.